Hey, what's going on, y'all? Knowledge speaks truth. Coming at y'all with another video. This video is on why some, I emphasize that, why some black women have an attitude. And this is just my theory and from my personal experience and me observing my community and some research. And this is a big complaint, within not just the black community, but shit, white people say it, Hispanic people say it, all over the world. There's kind of this aura around black women as they're always confrontational, and they always have an attitude, and you can't really get along with them too well. And part of the reason why I feel like a lot of times black women do carry that type of vibe, that attitude type vibe, is because of the way they were raised. Now, if you look at, just the past 30, 40 years, and we've had a big decline in fathers being in the household. So when you have no fathers in the household, what happens is that the mother is pretty much the only thing that child is seeing at all times, whether it's a male or whether it's a female. And a lot of these women are bringing their kids up, especially the young ladies, the young black ladies, that you need to be strong, you need to be independent, you need to voice your opinion all the time, you need to stay in charge, don't submit to anybody. And so what's happened is that a lot of our black women are being raised like that, and they're coming up and they're being raised to have this type of vibe where I'm gonna always speak my mind, I'm gonna always let you know how I feel. And that can be a positive thing, but then it can be a bad thing too, because what happens a lot of times when a black woman to get with a black man, she doesn't know how to really fall back and be just the woman. A lot of times black women, they want to run off at the mouth all the time. They want to wear the dress and the pants in the relationship. And I understand where it comes from, because we do have a lack of a lot of our brothers stepping up and taking care of their responsibility. But a lot of times they want to play both roles, and they don't know how to fall back and just be a woman. But where all that stems from, it stems from just the lack of fathers being in the home, and then you getting taught by your mother and then your grandmother. When you have your biggest female role models in your life that's always pushing, be strong, be aggressive, be independent. Well, shit, how you expect you think you're gonna be raised? But it's not all black women. It's just I think especially within our inner cities, we see that a lot. But let's turn the camera around. Let's look at the portrait of a black woman. And the black woman is the most disrespected woman in the world. I'ma just keep it real. And we have not only just America and everybody else attacking black women, but we have our own brothers out here that attacking black women. You got cats out here, these rappers and shit, just totally disrespecting black women. The black woman is always looked at as a sex symbol. You rarely see positive images of a black woman out there in the media, in music. It doesn't matter what borderline you go down to. The black woman is the most disrespected woman. So when you look at that and you put yourself in the mindset of a black woman, you can somewhat understand why a lot of these women walk around with an attitude. When you're consistently disrespected by not only the world, but your own brothers, and the brothers are supposed to be, down for you, support you, love you, care for you, encourage you. When you get that from your own brothers, it's like, what do? You think you just gonna walk around with a Chuck E. Cheese smile all day? No. Eventually that's gonna portray out in your personality. And I know we all have to control our emotions, and we have to control what we do and the things that we say. But at the same time, some of this shit just gets to us, Just like racism gets to the black community, there's the disrespect and everything else that comes along with being a black woman. It gets to them too. So a lot of times, that's why, and I don't condone this, but that's why sometimes, a black man might walk up to, a woman, and, her whole vibe is like, what this nigga want right here? I know he ain't trying to holler at me. They kind of give you that vibe because they're so used to, their own brothers coming up to them, disrespecting them, being all about sex, only have one thing in mind, as long as everybody else, that's trying to disrespect it. So that's why sometimes they come at us, in an attitude-y way, and they don't want to submit. It's a combination of things that, are keeping that whole image and that whole vibe alive. And I think, the first step we can do to stopping a lot of this is, first of all, I feel like a lot of our, young sisters out here, whether you from 17 all the way up to 30-something years old. If you have a daughter and you're a single parent out there, don't raise your daughter to just, be Miss Macho Man. Let her be a woman. Raise her to be a woman. If you don't have a father in the home, let that young lady see what a man is. Get her inside of the church, where she might see some positive men. Certain organizations, there's a lot of good black men out there that's leading with positivity and they're leading with leadership. And I think it's all of, about the woman taking the responsibility to show their daughter that, hey, you don't always have to be Miss Aggressive or Miss Attitude or Miss, I'm putting this shield up so nobody won't hurt me. You can learn to submit and fall back and let a man take care of you. And I think that's just where it starts, as far as us just changing it. A lot of sisters just gotta let shit go. You gotta let all that pain and everything that happened in your life just go, and you gotta start over. And as far as our brothers out here, we gotta start respecting our women. Don't be so quick to call a black woman a bitch. They're not sexual objects. Let's start respecting our women out there, because nobody else will. When we see these rappers and shit, and I'm just not gonna blame it on the hip hop community. I'm gonna just blame it on the media and everybody else. But when we see our own kind disrespecting all women, what do you think that the white man gonna do, or the Hispanic man, or anybody else? They're gonna look at the black woman as a piece of shit. When you approach a black woman, approach her calling her sister. When you call a black woman a sister, it's letting her know that you value her. You're showing respect and you're showing love to her. Don't come at her saying, hey, little mama, or hey, shorty, or hey, fat ass, or whatever. Don't say no shit like that, because it's disrespect. And if we don't start respecting our women, nobody else will. And I mean, as far as black women, a lot of y'all gotta let that shit go. I know a lot of y'all been hurt. You didn't have a father in the home. You've been disrespected by men. You've been treated like shit by men, by your own black men. I understand. But a lot of y'all gotta let that go, because you can't move forward and you can't be happy with yourself and get rid of that attitude type of personality until you let stuff go. Go into work or in your social life with a positive spirit, with a great attitude. When you wake up in the morning and say, hey, today is gonna be a good day. It don't matter what's going on in your life, say that to yourself. Because what that's going to do is that's to put in positive energy in your life. So when you walk out the door that day, you say, hey, I have some positive energy with me. Don't wake up in a grouchy, angry ass mood. Because when you do that, the rest of your day, I guarantee you, it's going to be fucked up. So it's just something I want to put out there, for all the brothers, for my community, for the sisters out there. And for something that everybody, can think about. Let's try to understand each other instead of always just pointing the finger. Oh, black women do this, or this is the why black women do this. Or let's stop doing that shit. Let's start coming together and let's start loving each other. I'm not trying to sound like no preacher or none of that shit. I'm just keeping it real. But I'm out, y'all. Y'all comment, rate, subscribe. Peace.